High in the Italian mountains, far away from modern life, we found ourselves in a village that almost no longer exists. A place so small that only 2 people still live here. And overlooking the valley, something completely unexpected appeared. A forgotten palace. Luke and I immediately felt it. This place was different. Too grand for a village this empty. Too carefully designed to be abandoned without a reason. This palace once belonged to a noble family. A family of architects who designed this house themselves. Every room, every corridor and every detail was planned by the people who lived here. Maria, the wife, came from nobility. With her family's wealth, they were able to build this palace, renovate it and establish a life that from the outside must have looked perfect. But places like this are rarely left behind without a story. As we began researching the property, going through documents and hidden spaces, a very different truth started to emerge. Roberto, the husband, had been hiding something from his wife. It was not another woman, but secrets buried deep within the house. We won't reveal everything just yet, but what we found inside this palace explains exactly why it was abandoned, and why this family suddenly disappeared from history. Welcome everybody to another episode on the Bros of Decay. I'm with Luke again.
Hey.
And we have a palace on top of a mountain in Italy today with weaponry and everything still inside of it. It's up there, but it's gonna be a challenge to get inside of. So let's first try to get inside. Damn, that looks super overgrown over here. There's brambles everywhere. That's not gonna be fun. Oh, this looks doable. Yeah, I think it's possible up here. Okay, I need a breather. You okay there? Smooth.
Pretty smooth.
Yeah. The problem is with this village, there is only 2 people living in this village, and if you walk through the main street, they immediately know what you're coming to do. And I don't want that situation because we need our time inside the place. So we gotta find a way to get into the place without being seen. So we made it inside of the place, but we have to be very quiet here because it's a super small town. Only 2 people live in there. But we just were inside here and we figured out the whole story of these people, and it's way more interesting than we could have ever imagined. And look, we're standing now in the chapel of the place, unexpectedly.
Yeah, we didn't expect it. We thought we have seen everything, but then just one more door and then suddenly there's a chapel.
Yeah, so we're gonna work down from the chapel up all the way through the palace, and then we're gonna head out because we don't want to stay here for too long. But we definitely want to show you this place and tell you the story of these people. The pilgrim of Jesus.
The crucifixion of Jesus.
Crucifixion of Jesus. Interesting.
But yeah, the crucifixion of Jesus. We all know the story.
Yeah. And there it goes further on that side. And they had their own private altar inside of this place here. So this comes because these people in and of themselves were architects and they were fairly rich, but Maria, the wife of Roberto,
Yeah.
she came from a very wealthy, possibly even noble family, and they had a lot of money, and that's why they were able to build such a palace, but also have their own private chapel in this place.
Start their own company.
Yeah, they start their own architectural company, which you're gonna see like parts of the office downstairs, which is super, super interesting.
couple of artworks up here, nothing too interesting, I would say.
No.
But I always like to see a private chapel. Look, come over here as well. Have you seen this already?
No, I have not.
There's a small little library up here.
Oh, right.
I really like it.
Oh, that's cool.
Probably all religious books that are left up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also noticed something else in the room that we, in the chapel that we didn't
Oh, really?
find out yet. If you look here above the doorway.
Oh, it used to be painted at some point.
Yeah. But they just decided to paint it over it.
Yeah. Sometimes the Italians do that, and they have this very beautiful painting, and then just paint it white.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Very mysterious.
Yeah, and there was also only a couple of benches inside of here. Nothing too much,
No.
nothing too extravagant.
Another fun thing to point out is the faux marble.
Oh yeah. Fake marble.
Italy that has tons and tons of marble, but they decide to paint it because it's probably even more expensive.
Italy is one of the biggest marble exporter in the world, and they're also the biggest committer of faux marble.
Yeah, Portugal also has it a lot, but it has been starting to grow on me, the faux marble.
Yeah, if it's done properly, then I think it's quite nice.
Yeah.
And we have here a fake religious painting.
Yeah.
I love the stained glass up there.
Yeah, the glass is definitely nice. It's sad that not every color is still in there.
Yeah. Okay.
But over here, you can still see the light coming through with a little bit of color.
It's quite nice.
Yeah.
Lovely. I think at some point in the day it also shines directly on the altar.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, let's head down. Oh, back in the hallway here.
Yeah, but look at these stairs.
Oh, they're awesome. They're
Yeah,
beautifully
really
made.
bulky. I love them.
Yeah.
To go like that into a chapel.
Yeah, that's definitely a treat. Okay, be careful. We're gonna go downstairs.
In several rooms of this palace and even outside on the balcony, we see that the frescoes have been painted over in white. That choice was not made because they no longer wanted them. In Italy, frescoes were expensive to maintain. When families began to struggle financially, restoring them became impossible. Hiring a specialist was far beyond reach. So instead they were covered. White paint was not an aesthetic decision. It was a practical one, a sign that money had to be spent elsewhere, roofs, walls, or basic repairs. For noble families in decline, this happened often. Covering frescoes was a way to survive, not a way to forget. Here the flowers remain underneath, still intact, just hidden. And this tells us an important story. By the time this palace was abandoned, the problems inside this family were no longer fixable.
This sun balcony over here is so nice. Looking over the fields and the nature in the backyard. Absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
This was definitely a place. Oh. They definitely oriented it properly, and they paid a lot of money for this prime location.
Yeah. It's beautiful. There's the river there. Well, it's not much of a river now,
I
but
think at some times of the year it's going to be super
it's
floody.
probably a river.
Yeah. Okay, let's head inside. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Oh, floral painting.
That's really cool.
Wow, the whole balcony.
Yeah,
all
throughout
the
the
way through
entire
it.
balcony.
It's awesome. Oh,
It's very faded, unfortunately, but here you can still see some grapes.
yeah. Probably painted a long, long time ago. Oh my God. And here, through this massive wooden door, we can walk into the place. But
Inside the tiny door.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh. Everything makes a lot of noise in this place. We're coming into a very, very beautiful hallway here. Damn. Look at that. There's a big stack of books next to you here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, these ones are old. Damn. Ragionamento. Don't know what they are about, but this is such a typical Italian hallway with the arch style ceiling, vaulted ceiling you could call this. A lot of different stairways and ways. Also this wonderful lantern here in the middle of the room. What an incredible piece. And they have little decorations everywhere. For example,
Big iron.
yeah, and you would load it up with coals in here.
Right.
And then you could iron for a longer time. Normally they just put them on the fireplace. Yeah. A lot of different illustrations and paintings on the walls.
Lots of animals.
Yeah. They definitely probably also hold a lot of animals in here. Okay, let's go in here, but quiet.
Yep.
Because right over there is the market square where the two people live.
The market, sure.
The market square. So, this was the house of Roberto, Maria, Antonio, and Cristiana.
Yes.
Antonio and Cristiana are the children. So Roberto and Maria slept here. And yeah, Antonio or Cristiana, one of the two, was sleeping over here. You can also see one of her dolls left behind over here.
I think that's from a doll. It's not.
That's
It's a mask.
Cristiana.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's creepy.
that's very creepy. Wow. The beds are also typically Italian. Look, they have small paintings in them. Really nice. How they're decorated.
Yeah, these are more faded than here. I feel like they're more visible.
Oh yeah, here you can see it perfectly. It's like a little glimpse into a beautiful landscape.
Yeah. Again, looks Swiss.
Yeah. And you also notice that they are steel bed frames.
Yeah.
Very typical square design as well.
It's the Italian way.
Yeah. And the wooden frame next to it as well. And then up here you also have these beautiful beams.
Yeah.
Definitely define this palace and run all throughout it. Drawer. Hey.
Oh, it's to whip the horses.
Yeah. The whip. And then here's the desk. Everything still left here. Small little Philips television.
Oh,
From the Netherlands. A jacket still hanging here. At some point they split up and they left everything behind in this place. Wow. Hey, I haven't seen these ones in a long time. They're very unique for Italy.
oh,
It's a feet warmer.
oh, really?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. I mean, in the winter it does get cold in these regions and especially higher in the mountains.
Yeah.
So it's necessary to have these kinds of things. Very nice bedroom, I would say. I'm not going to open that closet, that's going to make too much noise.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go further. Oh yeah, we come here into a middle room for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh, the floor is very wobbly in here.
Yeah.
It's getting really bad.
Can hear wobbling.
This palace needs immediate restoration if they want to save it at some point. But over here, this room, I think this is the reason why we came to this place. It's absolutely magnificent. And this is also their crown jewel of their palace. Because Roberto and Maria, they designed this place themselves. They were architects and Maria came from a very wealthy family and their parents put a lot of money into their business and also into the building of this building, the building of this palace.
Well, yeah.
But at some point in their lives, Roberto, how do you call this? Foul play, you said?
Yeah.
He
I
committed
believe.
foul play on Maria and then she took
Business-wise.
business-wise, and then she took everything from him. She divorced him, took the children, and she was the one with the money. So his business failed, and he could not restore this place anymore. And that's the reason why today this place is like this. It's crazy to me that they could leave a place like this behind.
Yeah. A beautiful flower fresco.
Yeah. They were definitely in love with flowers. We're seeing flowers everywhere.
Flowers, nature, animals.
Yeah, everywhere in the frescoes, in the wallpaper, here on the painting, flowers are coming back. I love these candles that are dripping and drooling from the years of use. They're awesome. And they'll
Yeah, can wine holder. It's cheeky. I like it.
cheeky stuff is cool sometimes. And a wine barrel clock. Yeah, that's so cool. But these are these very typical Italian rooms, and every single palace that we encounter always has one of these, like a very, very tall ceiling, vaulted, painted, ornamentations painted to the side. Super, super typical, but never gets old.
It's such a great idea from the Italians to just paint the ceilings.
It's cheaper.
Yeah.
Requires more work, but it's cheaper.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and it's sometimes more beautiful.
I think in a lot of cases it's more beautiful.
Yeah.
It's striking. It's the first thing that grabs you when you come into a room like this. Yeah. And when you, for example, walk into a French palace or chateau, you see like a very elaborate chandelier with glasswork, and here's just ironwork, cast ironwork, with the florals in there. It's cheap, but very, very elegant.
I love that the light bulbs have like, they're hanging like fruits
Yeah.
with the leaves.
They look like pears coming
Yeah.
from a tree. Yeah. A small table for the 4 of them, 4 seats around it.
And flower pattern chair,
Yeah, is it?
I think.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, of course.
Wow. What did you expect?
Very grandma core.
You think it was Maria or Roberto?
I don't know.
I think Roberto might be a little bit flowery.
Maybe.
Huh?
Oh.
Crib? Prim? Crib? No, crib is
No,
where
crib
the
is right.
prim is to walk it around.
Oh,
Yeah.
maxi cozy.
Maxi cozy in Dutch, yeah. Wow, and I love these because they also have like springs on them and you can rock the baby around when you're walking it over the street. They're really cool. And then you have these typical Italian side tables with marble tops. Very, very beautiful. Again, a couple of flowery designs in there.
Yeah.
As we would expect from a place like this.
Yeah, everything is matching.
Yeah. Very nice. Hello guys. Couple of sconces. And then, yeah, I love this setup as well. Should we talk about the elephant in the room?
I don't know if it classifies as a halberd, because it's a two-sided axe, and usually halberd has one pointy end here, so then you can, when someone rides, let's say you're on land and there's cavalry, then you can use that hook to catch people off their horse.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then poke them with the pointy end.
It's probably a variation on the halberd.
Sorry?
It's probably a variation on the halberd.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, or maybe just a decorative weapon even.
I mean, it's definitely a decorative piece. It's not like sharp or...
Looks like a butterfly design.
It's really cool though.
Yeah.
I really like it. Maybe it's a gardening tool, you don't know. It's just gonna place it here in the corner of the room. Yeah. Very cool to have this in your house. And yeah, the double chairs next to the fireplace. You can only imagine how they were sitting here at some point in their lives.
These are truly grandma chairs.
Yeah, could stretch out and lay down.
Yeah. Did you open the chest?
Oh.
Oh, the other part of the doll.
Wow.
It's a bit grim.
Fancy a leg.
It's a nice chest. It's a nice chest though.
Yeah,
but nothing like a Portuguese chest. But
no, Portuguese chests are on a whole different level.
yeah.
Yeah, and then some more decoration and everything around here. Of course, they decorate everything with wine. Muscat. Yeah.
Decorate their life with wine as well.
Yeah. Everything is wine, and for these people here in Italy, what kind of towns do we have over here? Piazza Veduta della Rotonda. No, I don't know this one. Looks like a very beautiful Italian town.
Yeah.
It's probably somewhere that I haven't been yet in Italy. Wow, what a room.
The colors in this room are also just matching so well.
Yeah. And we haven't talked about the doors yet as well.
Oh,
they are incredible as well.
Yes, and really tall.
Oh, look, it's completely cracking. The whole place is cracking up. Roberto has to really fastly do something about this place.
It's really bad.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go through that door over there. We go from red to yellow.
Yeah.
This is the office.
Yes.
And the office is where they did all their work. And they were both architects, and that's probably not the only place that they worked from.
No.
No, they definitely had more. But wow, what a beautiful office, I must say.
It's a bit empty, but I mean this.
Yeah, it definitely needs more decoration. But that cabinet fills everything,
That
right?
cabinet is amazing.
Yeah. What does it say on there?
Folcore per folcore.
Architects for architects.
Buildings for buildings.
Buildings for buildings. Yes, exactly. No, but that's a cabinet. I think that's one of the most amazing ones I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially with that eagle on top, like a sort of weapons crest.
Yeah.
Oh, that's definitely something. Let me see if can we open it?
Yeah, wait. Can you first stand next to it? Then I won't have to. Wow.
Anticlimactic. Nothing in there.
No. I have to come other side.
Oh yeah, there's some books in here.
No.
I mean, but they all look just like normal
Just
literature.
books, literature, tourism books.
Yeah. I think they took a lot of stuff out of this place before they left it. And before they probably live somewhere else right now. And they took all their important valuables with them. Yeah, and then we have a small desk over here on the table. And this one reads 1962.
Oh, whoa.
That's a very long time ago. Because the building got abandoned in 1988.
Yeah.
A couple of chairs around the table. That one is wonderful.
This one is really nice.
It looks like sort of a director's chair. And does that fold up? No, I don't think that folds up.
I don't think this one folds now.
No, it's like, it looks like it could fold.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's awesome with the lion's heads and everything. Yeah. And these ones next to it are also super Italian.
Oh, whoa. I didn't even see these ones.
Like dragons in the sea dressed.
All right.
Everything.
Or serpents.
Yeah. Oh, serpents, yes. Wow. I was looking at this painting and I don't know what I have to see in it.
No, me neither.
It looks like a horrible and beautiful scene at the same time.
Yeah.
Like peasants and noblemen working together in the cellar of a castle.
Yeah. I feel like this is also part of that series.
Oh yeah. Or archaeologists working
Oh, yeah.
on discovering what happened. Yeah.
Oh.
Roberto?
Oh, we don't know.
No. We haven't seen a picture. There's not a single picture in this place of the
No.
people, which is very sad. Normally we always find pictures, but yeah.
Yeah, usually there's always something, but
I like this cabinet.
beautifully built in.
Oh. There's some plants and everything.
More plants. What's in there?
I'll film this with my phone. Eh? This looks like a hidden room. But there's literally nothing down here. It looks like this used to be some sort of a vault or something. Because it doesn't lead anywhere from here. Yeah, that really looks like a hidden room in here. Because you also have these planks that cover it up like that. I think something like that. Roberto had secrets. Okay.
I do want to point out that this chandelier is, well, not a chandelier actually, but I feel like that this part over here, under this plaque, can you take the plaque off? Yeah, maybe this was part of it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe it hang underneath there, yeah, that's possible. Okay. Interesting. Let's head on further, let's see what more we can find. Back in the hallway right now. I have to show you. I have to show you this.
Oh. I got a feeling what this is.
Ta-da.
Yes, there it is.
The toilet. And then over to this side, up these stairs, you have an attic completely above the house. Whoa, this looks extremely unstable.
Yeah.
We shouldn't stay here at all.
No.
Okay, let's
go,
move on.
please.
Yeah, let's go. Yes. And then there's even more to this palace that we haven't shown you yet. Oh, wow. Come inside.
Oh, right.
We have a complete living area, and this one feels way more lived-in
Yeah.
than the other one. This feels like even like recently lived-in. Like even marine hats and everything are left here. Are they like police or marine hats?
Flight.
Flight, yeah.
I have a train.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know.
Oh,
that is the place.
yeah.
Wow.
What was the name of the son?
Antonio.
Oh, I thought it was an A, but it's an E
Oh.
over here. Yeah. Oh, that's the little town and the palace. Like the palace takes up most of the space of the town, which
Yeah.
is really funny. And they had a fireplace here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that doesn't open up much. Our Luke is like bumping into stuff. Let's see what kind of stuff they had in here. That might be of interest for us. No,
None.
none.
Nada.
I mean, it looks nice. It looks like a lived-in
Yeah.
house. Somebody also like painting
Yeah.
things over here.
This faded painting.
Oh yeah, it looks like a fake one. Yeah, it's definitely fake.
Huh.
I'm not 100% sure. I love plates on the wall.
Yeah.
They're so typical for Italy, but also for Portugal.
Inverno.
Estate, autunno. Yeah. Wow. So yeah, this was their informal living space of the house. So they had a formal one, which was the one that we saw, the red room, and this was the informal one where they probably spent most of their time. We have a beautiful gas electric converted chandelier with a beautiful piece, probably made of brass. Yeah, a nice table underneath there for the whole family and their extended family and everybody in Italy to come and enjoy a nice dinner. Is that? Oh, it's a scale, look. Whoa.
Oh really? Oh yeah.
Marble piece and everything. Here are the weights.
We used a scale like this when I still worked in the bakery.
Oh yeah, look at the bakery at home.
Yeah, well my dad had
His parents.
My
yeah.
parents had,
Yeah.
yeah. And this cabinet is pretty cool.
I think it's a liquor cabinet. How sure can I be? No.
Okay.
Some glasses
Oh,
in
there's
there.
some suspicious liquids over there. Who knows?
Okay. Let's head on further throughout the house. Let's see what more we have over here. I think this was already it. This is the hallway where you came in. Yeah. Beautiful sewing machine. Kunze.
Oh, okay.
Never heard that one before. What do we have over here? Very stuck door. Oh. Huh? There's a whole room behind here. Whoa, come inside.
What?
Whoa, whoa.
Oh, then this must be the missing bed.
Yeah, and another room over there as well.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
Okay, well,
you have like a cabinet and everything, just hidden behind the hallway.
really strange.
Beautiful Italian cabinets. And this one is still filled with clothing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so somebody must have lived here. I think after 1988 even. Yeah,
Yeah.
looks like a beautiful high Italian bed. Floral pattern
Of course.
on the bed. I lost my
Frame.
English.
Bed frame.
Bed frame. Headboard. Vanity. Yeah. I'm gonna open one of these drawers. Ooh,
Keys.
suspicious. Where do these keys lead to? Whoa. Eh?
Huh?
Thinking about the wealth of these people, it could have been that they had servants. And possibly they could have slept in these rooms.
Not a window to be seen, or is that a window?
No, no. I mean, here in this sort of washing area, you have a window, but that's about it.
Wow, I would not want to sleep here.
No, no, you can definitely see that this was not for the owners of this place at all. And you can also see like there are like working men's clothes still hanging here. Yeah. Wow. But this room does feel a little bit more luxurious.
Yeah, definitely.
So maybe this one was the room
with the wallpaper and all.
for the son or the daughter, and the other one slept together with the parents, and then the servants might have slept behind here.
Yeah.
That could have been the case in this place. Very interesting. Oh, we're missing one room, look. Yeah, let's first focus on this hallway. What I find interesting is also that you could lock it from the outside, locking the people in on that side.
Yeah, that's pretty scary.
Yeah. That's a very nice hallway as well. Everything's still in it. Oh yeah, that's a typical Italian chandelier as well. A little bit more middle-class houses, you see these a lot.
Huh.
Yeah. Beautiful. A lot of different things. Oh, I've never seen a sewing machine like this before.
Oh, whoa. That's cool.
Doesn't function anymore because the needle doesn't move.
Oh yeah.
But what brand is this? Oh, I don't know. Sewing machine, machine factory. No, I don't know. Oh, nice sewing machine. Even the house is cracking here.
Oh yeah. Bad.
Very bad. I wanted to say we are in Italy and we haven't seen the kitchen yet. But here it is. This was the kitchen of the household, where all those beautiful meals for the family were made. All the bottles of liquor, everything still left here. These were all for cooking cakes and everything. So cool. They're also very, very beautiful to my opinion.
Yeah.
Wow. I love the blue oven over here as well.
Oh, whoa.
Quite a piece, right?
Yeah. That's where you put the coals, probably.
The massive marble sink over here. The water still on.
Boom.
Oh, there was still some pressure on the water.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the dishes and everything. Okay, very, very cool house. Let's go outside?
Yeah.
Let's go outside. Very interesting, but also very sketchy place. And I'm happy that we're done filming here, but it's also like another piece of history documented. And I want to thank you all for being there with us and enjoying the story of Roberto and Maria from their place here. Luke, thank you for coming with me, and thank you all for watching the video. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and write a nice comment. See you next week, another amazing episode.